What is up, the world of the living? My name is LoyXP and welcome back to Truly Bedrock. Friends, in the last episode we put together this conspiracy corner and this entire writing area, which, yep, turns out the situation with the armor stands pushed into a block has not been fixed, despite what I actually thought myself. Yeah, thank you for all the suggestions as to what to put in here. I will have to reconsider and redo and try and put something together now that they are not out of the casing anymore. But I will also have to redesign this so that it's more reliant on the trapdoors as opposed to stairs. So it's gonna take quite a while. Anyway, today is a very special day. Today is a very special time because today we will try and acquire our first ever ally in a war against... I actually have no bloody idea against who. Point being, we have put together a more or less comprehensive evidence locker for the entire Moon situation, and now I need to present it to someone, and that someone, my friends, will be Jessie B, the crazy tree lady who already basically believes me, or believes in the same thing I do believe. So I'm just gonna need to go fetch her and bring her here, and together we shall start the Truly Bedrock Conspiracy Society, which is kind of a deceiving name considering that we're right and it's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy if it's all just true, right? I mean, that's my logic at the very least. Hey, Jessie! Hi, welcome to my base. How's you feeling?
It was a nice trip over. I can't complain.
Yeah, the nether hub's not nearly finished, is it?
No.
Yeah, no, I wonder whose fault that is. Anyway, yeah, remember all these times I called you the crazy tree lady and stuff?
Yeah, vividly.
Yeah, specifically. I will need you to maybe try and, like, not think about that right about now. Because
Okay, this is getting interesting.
Yeah, I have some stuff that I need to introduce to you that, yeah.
Okay.
So, welcome to my walk thing, the writing corner, and this here, over there,
Oh.
this is my fun corner. This is where I keep, like, yeah, took a look at all the evidence that I could have gathered, and this is where I absolutely do need you, because this is definitely not all of it. I know you've been investigating the crash sites of the entire area, and I was trying to put together a comprehensive timeline of events and happenings and see if there's any sort of tendencies between those.
Okay, so I have two things to say. One, this is a lot to take in. This is not random. But with helping, I think the only thing I really took away from the crash sites that I went to, because I went to 3 of the major ones. I went to yours, Foxy's, and Lyarrah's, and every single one of them had pillagers. So there were pillager patrols, pillager banners. Everything there was related somehow to the pillagers.
Wow.
And that's the only takeaway I had.
Wow.
Honestly.
Funny you mentioned that, because what I can remember is, let's say there was the revive, there was the Foxy base that was struck, and let's name another one from the very, very beginning, right?
Who else?
Tizztom.
Oh, his truck! I totally forgot that got hit.
Then I'm putting a sideways thing here, because I say something happened and was weird, alright? Something here occurred. And then we take the recent events where people hit are silent. And once again, Foxy again. And then Lyarrah. And then what else, basically?
After Lee, I think BluJay got hit.
Okay, let's swap Foxy for BluJay just because BluJay. So he's and the shopping district.
Oh, yeah, of course. How could we forget about that?
Shopping. So here's the thing. These four are incredibly different from these three, seeing how the Revive, for one, is not even a player base. The village of
Yeah.
Revive is a dinky villager swamp land that is located 10 blocks away from the community area, which once again was never hit with a meteor.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
actually a big oversight, I would think.
exactly.
That area is huge.
So if someone is out there really throwing the moon rocks at players, then why would they ever do the Revive? Or what would they ever do the Foxy? Because Foxy's base back then, it was basically just a giant villager librarian mess. It did not have any player structures, it was not the biggest base, there was no reason for them to hit it, and especially no reason for them to hit it that hard, because I mean, look at this crater.
Yeah, that was a bit excessive.
Meaning that up until this point here, whoever's doing this is targeting villagers more than they're targeting us. But then something happens, the gears shift, and they start attacking specifically player bases, and, I feel this needs to be pointed out, we explored a lot of the server. We never saw a meteor hit an empty area. It had to be intentional. Someone is controlling those, and someone's controlling them, despite that never hit the community area, despite very clearly going for the players.
Okay, so obviously, at this point, I mean, I don't think it sounds too crazy to say that there's something behind this and there's something that we have to figure out, because that last crater, the last one, or the last asteroid, whatever, moon bit that hit was huge. It's getting worse. It's not getting, like, they're not warnings anymore. Something's trying to do something bad, and I think we have to figure it out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No matter what we do, we kinda need the rest of the group. And we're the only reasonable ones.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to maybe use this information in a different place that doesn't look like we're crazy. I think we need to do something.
I'm thinking musical number.
I mean, I'm all for a good musical, but I think the only person that would sway is Foxy.
Yeah, true that. Oh well, I did have this one idea for the community gathering place. So here's my thinking. Yeah, the cemetery. Yes. But specifically, I was thinking this particular cryptum, it would be pretty fitting to hook it up to a little secret passage leading all the way down to the communal stronghold, which now has been in planning for an overhaul for like the entire season. This place is underground, so even if hit with a meteor, it's not really at risk. And yeah, I forgot that we already have signs that are scheduling this area for an appointment with a, you know, full-on redecorator.
I mean, it's not the worst idea I've heard. And I like that it is indeed underground and maybe not as dangerous as the rest of the server.
Perhaps. Plus, we got ourselves an end portal, which would serve as a really convenient escape route. You know, if anything happens. We just gotta kind of maybe figure out the aesthetic for it, and also stockpile Silk Touch pickaxes because silverfish.
Yeah, that makes sense. One thing, though, we could also do is finishing the Nether Hub at some point might be a little faster.
Let's not bring logic into this equation, please.
I thought that's based what this whole thing is off of. Us being logical.
Yeah, but, you know, not that. I mean, look, I am wearing a tinfoil hat at the moment, so...
Alright, I won't push my luck.
I'm just leaving enough leeway that I can claim insanity after all. Because the entire situation is shady as all get out. So it seems we have our job cut out for us. At the very least for now. So Jessie is out. Sadly she had to go, but it's not like I need her input on this project anyway. I more or less need her as more of a spiritual leader, seeing how she kind of was right all along, so I'm guessing she knows better what she's doing. So, in the meantime, we decided that the Moonstone Society will be basically residing around the stronghold underground, and we need to connect it to the secret entrance in the, in the Cryptum, which is all the way over here, and which I would probably grab coordinates of if I was just a tiny bit smarter. However, why use coordinates when we can have basically satellites? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put these couple of white blocks around here, make myself an empty locator map, and bzoop. Ah, crap. Ah, shucks. Ah, it's on the chunk border. It's on the border of the map right here. Are you kidding me? Are you actively? And why does my person on the map have like a tiny black thingy? Alright, okay, that's fine, we still can walk with this. We can still walk with this. For one, we can zoom this entire thing out. And for two, I figure we still can find our way under it. Yeah, we just gotta sort it out. We just gotta figure it out. So the tunnel will probably go from here. And if we turn around, yep, we're now looking in that general direction. Alrighty, and seeing how this is at level 14, we're way below the nearest swamps, and we won't have any trouble whatsoever getting to where we need to get. Only concern is that I think I'm better off digging from here tiny bit sideways before I dig directly towards the Cryptum. Simply because that way I will have an easier time avoiding already established logistical things, which is to say, I'm not feeling like dragging all these shulker boxes around. Like, that is the only reason we're not following already established guidelines by the stronghold itself. Well, I say that and also silverfish. Which, yeah, hi stronghold. Happy to see you here. Sigh, I'm guessing we will still need to do some silverfishing around. So if we assume that I did everything right, then if I just do this, we should eventually at level 14 drop into a tiny tunnel leading all the way back to the stronghold. Yeah, we'll add a water chute to it, we'll make it an entire... Hey, there we go. It all worked out in the end. I'm so incredibly happy, though I will need to commission Silent an actual secret passage there. And the best part about it is that I won't even have to create a separate elevator back up, because you know what? You know why? The only reason you would ever take that drop down is to get to the end portal, and you don't need an elevator back from the end portal. All you need to do, if you're already in the end, is pop. And there you are. It is fortunate I'm here, because for now it's not just that I don't have the materials on me needed for this build. It's that I also have no flipping idea what kind of materials I even want. So I'm just gonna do a little bit 180 on you, my friends. You know, there's one thing in video creation that I have been missing for the last couple of months, and missing royally, and that is, of course, making time lapses. Making time lapses is something you just don't do, not really, on Bedrock Edition, unless you have a second computer, or a second device at the very least. And I do have actually a spare computer, but it doesn't have a monitor, so for now I am not in a position to be able to do that. So what I decided I will do, for this project anyway, since I need to plan it out in creative before I know what kind of resources I need, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna launch up Java Edition Minecraft and just replay more the time-lapse. Maybe I can even get some quality cinematography out of this. Anyway, we'll see. See you over on the Java side. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Oh. A lot of things I missed about Java Edition. The skin system was not one of those. Anyway, welcome to Java Edition. This is a just super flat world I have for a random creative building. Check this one guy out. Isn't it beautiful? No, this is not a particular build for anything in particular. This is just me stretching my fingers, trying to put something together. And right now we're especially be walking mostly indoors, so we'll be walking on an underground structure, meaning that we will not be bothering with the exteriors. We will be only bothering with the exterior ones. Only constanta we know is we will want an end portal frame, so one of those, and that's just about it. So what we need to create, and it's very important as per usual to know exactly what we're aiming for, is just a tunnel design, maybe a room design, a hole of sorts for the end portal itself, and a tunnel design leading up to it. And yep, shaders are entirely not necessary for this, but I choose to have them. Okay, so the Oceano shaders at the end there were clearly a mistake, seeing how they have just a lot of motion blur, and as a result, yeah, the entire last bit of time-lapse came out kind of weird, but also incredibly atmospheric, so I'm not re-rendering it, I apologize. Yeah, look at this! Look at all of this! Yeah, I suppose the shaders make it look actually tiny bit too dark and also tiny bit too nice, so let's be fair for a moment and turn them off, shall we? There you go. How's that? How's that for you? Now, you will instantly notice several things in this build, several things that would be suspicious to you. For example, the color of the water. Now, what's this about? For the second, a lack of waterlogged blocks, and for the third, a lack of basically a lot of very useful building blocks. That is all for a reason, my friends. You see, the thing is, while there are current shaders and current replay mode versions, the replay mode version being in beta for one, the thing is, I don't really feel like bothering to install them right now. So this build was planned out for me, by me entirely in Minecraft 1.12. For the record, the current version is 1.15. Yep, several years ago, but hey, look guys, look at this. It's fine, it looks nice, and when we will be rebuilding this on the actual Truly Bedrock server, it will surely be updated with newer blocks, newer materials, and yeah, a lot of new and exciting things. For now, I just need to take a good look at this, figure out what kind of materials we used, and yeah, that's just a lot of sandstone and stone, and we should be able to just easily afford it. really, the biggest problem with this is clearing out the area for it, seeing how the ceilings might be a little bit too high. But other than that, I feel we established quite an interesting ambience for the end portal room of Truly Bedrock. And at the same time, we won ourselves quite a knightly looking theme for the rest of the catacombs, which, yeah, this is not entirety of the catacombs, no, this is just one room. We will need to create some sort of a tunnel leading up to it, and some sort of a tunnel design for the rest of it. So next time we'll be doing that. For now, this is all I got time for, especially because my first attempt at doing this end portal room came out quite differently and took quite a bit of time itself. Look at this. I mean, compare and contrast. Now, naturally, that one is just a lot nicer and a lot more elaborate and a lot more fancy looking. But this one's my jam, my friends. I might actually bother to even put together a separate time lapse just to post on Twitter of this one, more fiery red one. But in the meantime, I'm leaving you and myself. I'm leaving you with this end portal room design, and I'm leaving myself with just a giant amount of homework, really, because I will need to either find someone else who'll build this for me, or build it myself on the Truly Bedrock server, or at the very least start building it. Because usually that's what you would do. And we do need this to somehow migrate onto the actual server, and world edit just isn't an option, my friends. This is a survival let's play and all. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. This has been ZloyXP, looking incredibly Java and incredibly, you know, different for once. And that's gonna be it for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been me and yada yada. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.